Hello everyone and welcome to English Speaking Skill and Strategies lecture focusing on creating an effective PowerPoint slides for oral presentation. This is a rather short lecture. We're going to take a look at three parts in the content. First will be introduction, then designing presentation slides, and then presenters etiquette, the do's and don'ts when delivering a presentation. A part one introduction. Consider these responses, when you give a presentation and then you see that people giving all these kind of facial expressions that you think portrays negativity, something like slouching or raise their eyebrow or even take out their phone and start playing with their phones. Or when you hear people comment like, oh no, just another boring presentation, I can't see the pictures or the presentation slides not clear, this is bad, I don't understand anything, this is a waste of time. The phrase, this is a waste of my time, it's so bad, that it can actually affect the presenter's confidence, definitely, So just imagine that if you receive this kind of feedback, from the audience, uh, or you are part of the audience, and then you feel like you've been dragged to attend another boring, lifeless, presentation. So how will you feel, all right? And that is why a well-designed slideshow serves as a visual aid, and helps keep an audience attention. All right, so on the other hand, small mistakes, that people commonly do for PowerPoint presentation slides, it can cause to distraction and rather than being helpful, You do not want your audience to give you bad feedbacks, And then it goes the same that when you become the audience, when you listen to the speaker and look at their presentation slide, you expect something good, you expect confidence, you expect that the slide will be neat, easy to read, and it is engaging, Now, there are three critical components of an effective oral presentation. First will be the content of your presentation. Second will be the design of your presentation slides. And then thirdly will be the delivery, how you deliver your content as the presenter or a speaker. Now, as for content, the content of the presentation, of any presentation, it should be geared towards the audience and setting in which it is given. For example, if it is an education seminar, then you need to prepare something that is suitable for your audience. You expect children's, kids, or even adult learners, or just any kind of education. Anything can be an education seminar topic, when you want to talk about endangered species, even if you want to talk about educate people on how to do sales online, that is already education. So the setting, it needs to be with the context. Make sure that all of your content is relevant and then points to the desired outcome, meaning that apa-apa huraian topik yang dibentangkan mestilah berkaitan, sorry, bukan topik, apa-apa isi penting huraian mesti berkaitan dengan topik yang hendak diberi, right? Whether it is for persuading, informing, or for entertaining. And then you need to use reputable sources for your research. So if your topic is about Mary Kay, so you look for any sources about Mary Kay. I just use these kind of examples. If your topic is about endangered tapir, so you cari lah. So any reputable sources from Wildlife Federation ke apa semua on endangered tapir. Something like that. Slides design. This is very important. All right. Text should be done in simple font, that is large enough for the audience to read. Simple font, for example, the one that I'm using right now, it's Calibri, so Calibri for body, it's neat, it's not cursive, it's not bold, so it's very easy for you to read. The colors that are used should match one another, be pleasing to the eye and easy to read. For example, that the one that I'm using right now, background dark color, black, and then the font color, it's white, so it's contrast, it's easy for you to read. Unity of design, meaning that keselarian, so you just stick with one design, or if you want to mix it up, you can, but make sure that it is not too fancy or it looks childish. Okay, so when you use the same design throughout the slideshow, it helps to make your presentation flow smoothly from one slide to another. Also, you add appropriate and suitable images only. Okay, use anything that is appropriate and suitable that related to your topic or your theme. Okay, for example, you're coming oral presentation tomorrow. If your topic is about Harry Potter, then you look for something that is related to Harry Potter. Okay, jangan pula you pakai Pirates of the Caribbean punya tema, kan pelik, alright? Now the delivery, so effectiveness of it, okay, on how effective you deliver your presentation later. Body language, okay, how you engage with the audience, how sorry, not engage with the audience, how you portray yourself, whether you sit up straight or slouching, okay, or you lie down. If you lie down, then of course it doesn't show professionalism. Okay, I won't take your presentation seriously if you do that. Okay, pronunciation, make sure that you take a look at your script, okay, and that you identify words that you feel like you cannot pronounce. Okay, jangan main agak-agak. Check this word. Just go to Google, type in the word in the search box, okay, and then there's definition with it. Definition with it, there's a button for pronunciation. Apa nama? Example, okay. And then timing, meaning that you need to know your time. Do not concentrate on one section too long. Okay, if you concentrate more on setting, I cannot give you marks on other sections as well. Okay, excuse me for that. And then, so that's why I say there need to be how you say, there need to be a balance, okay, between sections. For introduction, for setting, for characters, do not concentrate too much on just one particular section only. Okay, and then you engage with your audience, obviously with your friends and me as your lecturer. Okay, so you need to take a look, and then if you try to interact with your friends later. Okay, so when you say, okay, do you know that, okay, so you mentioned to them, hey, do you know that in Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow, okay, something like this. Okay, so there's an engagement with audience. All right, even though their response will be like blunt, okay, macam tawa je asalnya, kedak yes, macam tu saja, but still there's interaction going on. Okay, now these are the common platforms that people use to create presentation slides. Obviously, the first one will be Microsoft PowerPoint, and then you have WPS Office. Okay, but in specifically on WPS presentation, but at the same time, there are also optional platforms that you can use to create and deliver presentation online. Okay, you can use Prezi, like the one that I'm using right now is Prezi, but it is premium. Okay, for free version, there's limitation, but it's good enough. Okay, and then you can use Canva, Slides. Okay, you just go to slides.com. There's so many templates and designs that you can use there. Powtoon, there's a little bit of animation here and there. It will be interactive, but for your particular presentation tomorrow, Powtoon, it's not that suitable, okay, because I need to see you in front of the camera and you deliver your oral commentary. And then you can even use Visme, okay. Also, like slides, they provide tons of template designs, okay, that you can use for your presentation tomorrow. Part 2, designing presentation slides. Keep your text to a minimum, okay, meaning that do not clutter it. All right, keep it simple, reduce the amount of text in your presentation. Okay, do not make your audience read the slides. We want you to describe, we want you to explain the pictures, okay, the visual content that you've provided. Now if there's written words, okay, so font size generally range from 18 to 48 points. Jangan buat terlalu kecil, jangan buat terlalu besar. Okay, so I highly suggest and recommend that you do not put a lot of words in your slides, okay, because this is supposed to be oral presentation. Okay, so you need to explain, to educate us about the topic that you have chose. Simplify and limit the number of words on each screen. Preferably, it will be 10 words or less. Okay, kurang daripada 10 patah perkataan. Alright, for one slide. Use key phrases and include only essential information. Okay, and then limit punctuation and avoid putting words in all capital letters. Jangan letak semua dalam huruf besar. Empty spaces on the slide will enhance readability. Okay, like you're looking at the slide right now. Okay, I've make spaces in between the points, the bullet points, so that it's easy for you to read, okay, from one point to another. This is an example of a bad presentation slide with the background, okay, picture of a car, and then you have so many words, written text on the slide. So do not do this, okay? In any kind of presentation, not just for your oral commentary tomorrow, do not do this. This is not professional. It's very difficult for people to engage with you, and then you will easily lose interest. Sorry, you will easily let your audience to lost in the presentation. Okay, they do not know what they're looking at. They have no idea what you're trying to present. Rethink visuals. Okay, meaning that compelling visuals. Okay, they are used to support the message you are delivering to your audience. Now, however, it does not mean that whatever pictures that you chose from Google, okay, that you already copy, paste, you just put it in the slides, okay? The thing is that anything that you put on your slide, you need to explain it to your audience, okay? And do not leave them hanging. Now, like any other content strategy, visual elements of your presentation need to be strategic and relevant. So you use only appropriate and suitable images that are relevant to your topic, theme, and content. Do not use memes, okay, for any formal academic presentations. Make sure your photos and other visual assets are high resolution enough to be crisp and clear, meaning that because there are some images, no, not some, banyak, okay, images available on the internet, they have low pixelated, okay, there are low pixelated images, meaning that when you save this picture, when you save this image, and then you put it into your slides, once you when you do the presentation later, some of the images can appear blur ataupun pecah-pecah, okay, we call it broken images. So you need to look for the one that good resolution, okay, if you can get ultra high definition, even better. All right, so that it will be clear and people can people can actually convey the pictures other than you actually explaining it. Now, this is an example of graphics that you should have put in your slide, okay? The picture here, Ronald McDonald with two ladies, it's inappropriate, it is distracting, and it has nothing to do with the theme of your PowerPoint topic, okay? Jangan pula you cakap pasal Pirate of the Caribbean, and then suddenly you letak gambar Ronald McDonald. So it's very inappropriate. And then images placement. You need to align words with images, okay? Do not block the words with images and vice versa, meaning that you do not block images with words as well. Example here, okay, you have 3 pictures of hornbills, and then the background, there's a pattern, okay, on the left hand side you can see pattern there, ada dua garis, okay, with blue and black color. Now the placement of the pictures, it's very it's not tidy, okay, kata kita bersepah, it's cluttered. And then the wording here, knowing hornbills, even the letter S is blocked by the picture on the right hand side. Okay, so this is what I meant just now. You do not block words with images and vice versa. So instead, what you can do is that align everything. Okay, you have your words here, hornbills, serving the world's endangered species. Okay, and then you have 3 beautiful pictures of hornbills, and make sure that you can explain these pictures. Okay, for example, on the top right hand side, you can see a rhinoceros hornbill. Rhinoceros hornbill can be found in mostly on Borneo Island, particularly in the state of Sarawak. And rhinoceros hornbill is this is the official uh, official symbol, okay, something like that for the state of Sarawak. So make sure that you know how to explain these images later to your audience. Templates and design ideas. You choose PowerPoint templates, okay, or theme that matches your topic and complements the topic you're speaking about. Here, for example, here there are two most common you can find it's already pre-installed in PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. It's very neat, it's simple, and you can see that the background, it's not, even though there's a pattern, okay, ada corak-corak sikit, but still it's not distracting. Now, for background, font color, font type, and font size, use contrasting color, okay, for text and background. So for example, that what you're looking right now, the background is white in color, okay, and then very, very minimal pattern, okay. So the font that I use here, it's Calibri, and then if I'm not mistaken, the font size is 24 or 26, and then it is black in color, okay. So dark text color should goes with light background color, and also vice versa. Do not use pattern background, okay. Pattern background it can reduce the readability of a text. All right, so you can see examples here. Use complementary colors that appeal to the eye. Okay, you can see the first box here. You have dark background color with light color text, and then next one it's a light color background, light blue, with dark color fonts. Okay, so you can see here it's black color. Okay, just stick to the simple and basic color. Okay, black and white. Okay, contrast. This is an example of a pattern background that is not suitable for presentation slide. As you can see here, pattern here, reduce the rate. It's very difficult for you to read the words, the text, and also the text color, it's light blue. Okay, so it's not contrasting with the background color. And then you have pictures here of bees, even with bright colors. Okay, you have yellow, you have white, so it's not pleasant to the eyes. It looks really difficult for you to comprehend the image, and it looks busy. Okay, it looks so loud. You know, avoid this. And then this one is also another example. Very bright lime green color. Okay, and then you have your wordings and text also in bright colors, so you cannot really read, and it's distracting. Okay, even worse, you have so many apa nama spelling mistakes here. Okay, you can see the underline, red underline there. So please do avoid these kind of things. Okay, it's even better you just remove the words, okay, except for the heading, kecuali tajuk ataupun title dekat atas tu. The one to do with, to girl, Evernote, you just remove that and then just put the pictures. So you explain the pictures. Okay, this picture with green background with an image of an elephant is Evernote. Okay, something like that. All right. Use sans serif font for body text. Okay, you have Arial, you have Helvetica, or even Calibri. Okay, these are my favorites because it's easy for you to read on the screen. For example, here are names that you can see here: Fatimah, Ali Hassan, okay, Ranjini, Alex, Kirana. These are all fonts, okay, used from sans serif, so it's easier for you to read and it's very clear. Now you use decorative fonts only for slide headers. Okay, maksudnya tajuk seperti dekat atas tu, background font color and everything, only if they are easy to read. Avoid hard to read fonts. Okay, do not ever use it. You can look at examples here. Names, the same names that same as above. Okay, Fatimah, Ali, Hassan, semua tu, except that I use fonts that are hard to read. Cursive, condong, kiri, kanan, tak tentu arah, macam kena tiup angin nak banjir semua. Okay, so there's even one here, Gopal. The name, it's like the font is like 2-year-old punya handwriting. Okay, so do not use that. Okay, you should not put this kind of fonts. Okay, that are distracting. Okay, very small apa semua macam tu. It's so compressed, right? And then done in all capital letters. Also, do not do this. Okay, capital letters you can only use it for proper nouns. Okay, you should know by right. Okay, sekarang you patut dah tahu dah bila nak pakai capital letters. Okay, And then do not change the size randomly. Okay, daripada besar tiba-tiba pergi kecil, kecil pula daripada kecil tiba-tiba pergi ke besar. Align text left or right. Okay, so center text is harder to read. Okay, for example, the header that I've used here, dekat atas tu background font color etc. Those are all in centered text. It is okay for you to use it for header, but for content, it's better left or right. Okay, so it's easier for you to read. Avoid clutter. Maksudnya jangan bagi dia bersepah. Alright. So use bullet points if you have some words, written words that you want to put in your presentation slides. This is another example of background that you should not use. Okay, it's very busy. This is checkered, I think, background macam seni anyaman dah. Alright, it's too busy, and then do not use too many different backgrounds. Okay, that change each slide. Okay, so background slide number 1 background terang, slide number slide number 2 background gelap, slide number 3 langsung tak ada background ke apa something, so it's not unified. Okay, so just stick to one. All right, and then do not use background that distract you from your message. Another example of a very loud background, okay, of slide, the colors, the pictures, the graphics, okay, it doesn't suit me. um, the 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 presentation slide. Okay, meaning that you can take a look here, even the words, it's very difficult for you to read it, right? Okay, good presentation slide examples. This is a very good example of a e-poster. Okay, even though there's so many information going on in one slide, but still it is not cluttered. Okay, meaning that it is aligned beautifully. You have centered here, you have all kinds of even the size of the boxes. Okay, it's neat, it's symmetry. Okay, it's symmetry. Okay, bukan cemetery, itu dah kubur. Okay, so it's aligned beautifully. All right, and then it's clear, you can see all the contrast of colors and everything, dark background with light color. Okay, something like that. Another good example, okay, for e-poster, it goes the same with any images that you choose. Okay, make sure that it is the color, it doesn't show something like so amateur. Okay, maksudnya macam even budak-budak umur 3 tahun pun pandai buat. Alright. Okay, one good example for your oral commentary. Okay, if you put this kind of images, but make sure that uh, you know how to explain each of this image. Okay, so for example, Spider-Man Into the Universe is a movie from animated movie from Marvel, from Spider Universe. Okay, and then Green Room is a psycho thriller. Okay, or American Psycho is as the name suggests. Okay, it's an American psycho thrill something kind of movie. So make sure that each images you know how to explain, and that the one you want to explain, and also it is relatable to your content. Okay, the last one, the last part, presenters etiquette. Okay, the do's and don'ts when delivering a presentation. Please learn to navigate the presentation in a non-linear fashion. Okay, because from time to time audiences often ask to see previous screen again. So for example, if you put slide number 2 is your setting, make sure that you know that slide number 2 is setting, and then you know that slide number 6, maybe it's on character. Okay, so for example, when the audience asks, okay, can I take a look again on setting, you know immediately to jump into slide number 2. Okay, it goes the same. Can I take a look at characters again? You jump to slide number 6. But of course, the following slides after that, okay, let's say for example, slide number 6 is on characters. So you have slide number 7, 8, 9, 10 also on characters, but it is on specific character. Okay, for example, Pirates of the Caribbean. Slide number 7 is on Jack Sparrow. Okay, and the one who plays Jack Sparrow will be Johnny Depp. And then slide number 8 will be Orlando Bloom, and then his character. So when someone from the audience say, okay, I want to take a look again at the antagonist. Okay, so you know who's the antagonist. You put siapa punya. Okay, I want to take a look at the protagonist. So you know, okay, protagonist will be Jack Sparrow. Okay, so you immediately go to number 7. Okay, for example, is something like that. And then text and graphical images should be large enough to read, but not so large as to appear loud. Okay, like the one that I give you, I gave you example just now on the, which one is it? Okay, so like what I'm doing right now. Which slide is it? This one. This one is an example of a loud slide. Okay, loud images, right? Okay. Moving on. Have a plan B in an event of technical difficulties. Okay, if it is face to face, remember when you give people handouts, it will not show any animation or special effects, because some of you love to use not some of you, sorry, okay, some people, they love to use animation for their presentation, okay, or effects. So for your presentation tomorrow, please make sure that you prepare for plan B, just in case suddenly there's technical difficulties. Okay, internet ke, laptop ke, anything, make sure that you prepare emergency backup. Okay, and then practice with someone who has never seen your presentation. You can ask your siblings, your parents, okay, your jiran tetangga ke, siapa, kawan ke, cousin, panggil je. Ask them for honest feedback on the colors, the content, or any effects or graphical images that you have included in your presentation. Okay, now do not read for your slides, okay? The content of your slides, it's for audience. It's not for you, the presenter. You should know what is it inside your slides. And then do not speak to your slides. This what happened during face-to-face presentation. Okay, many presenters, they will face the direction of their presentation rather than their audience. But for online presentation, it's going to be different. When you present later, it's going to be full screen, okay, full screen of your presentation, and you cannot see any of us in Google Meet. So what you can do is that look at your laptop's camera directly, okay, and then that is when we know that you actually engage. So sometimes you take a look at your presentation slides, sometimes you bring your attention to your camera, okay. Now, do not apologize for anything in your presentation, meaning that at this point, okay, you should know whatever it is that you put in your slides. Okay, if you believe that something that will be hard or to read or to understand, remove it. Okay, do not include it in your slides. You use any materials and content that you have confidence in. If you keep on apologizing for your presentations, like for example, I'm sorry about this, I'm not really clear on this. Okay, so you already show that you're not confident and that you are not well prepared for your presentation. That is a big no-no. Okay, not just for your oral commentary tomorrow, but for any upcoming presentations that you will do. Okay, for your next semester, for your after this you will continue your study to doing your degree, or when you enter workforce. Okay, boss suruh buat presentation and then you say, I'm sorry, I tak tahu pasal sales ke ini apa, habislah korang. Okay, memang kena stepek dengan boss. Right, so avoid doing this. Now, on a final note, please make sure that, okay, those simple and effective presentation slide showcases the presenter's professionalism and confidence. That's why I say stick to something simple and make it look elegant. Okay, less is more, meaning that you put less words, okay, and then you put more images, but janganlah letak sampai 10 keping gambar dalam satu slide. Okay, for me maximum will be 4. Okay, so you have a line, kiri ada 2, kanan ada 2. Okay, make it look so neat and clear. Never use slangs and informal words. Okay, for example, guys, dumb, okay, etc. Alright, and for if you usually people will always cara tak sengaja akan sebut okay, you guys, okay, something like that. So avoid using that. Instead, you just say, do you know? Okay, or if you know the name of the audience, mention that, hey, I have a question, do you know that, something like that. Okay, if you want to use you want to use characteristic words, okay, on someone, or for example in your character, do not say that this character is dumb. Okay, look for the synonym for appropriate approach that is suitable for your educational context. Okay, for example, this character is naive. Okay, so when you use this character is dumb, it sounds so degrading. Okay, it is informal, it is a slang, it is a street word. Instead you say this character is naive. Okay, it sounds more professional and more approachable. Okay, now use only appropriate and suitable images for your slides. Do not use memes, do not use pictures taken from the scenes that you think that depicts sexual images or something like that. Okay, anything that is sensitive, okay, religion, politics, sexual issue apa semua jangan sentuh. Alright, you just focus on your presentation later on what is it that you've written in your script, and just follow the guideline that I have given to you, okay, step by step. Now that's it, and good luck, all the best for your presentation tomorrow, and I look forward to it. And make sure that if there's any problems, okay, inform me early. All right, okay, so that's it. Thank you very much.